So now we have Drew from Pillar.
So yeah, excited to be here. Thanks for the invitation, opportunity. Sorry, folks. My name is Drew Harding. I'm the head of product for Pillar, and particularly excited to be here because we have a new announcement which we recently released, and we'll be getting into a little bit in a little bit. So yeah, Pillar is a project born in early 2017. It was a group of some 40 odd individuals, volunteers, motley crew, if you will, from all continents, walks of life, professional backgrounds, demographics, and they were all collaborating, chatting, working via online group. I believe it was a Slack channel, thinking about this evolution from the Web 2, read, write web to semantic web and Web 3 and what this meant. And we're particularly focused on the problem of personal data information, control over that information, restoring or placing rather the user, the consumer, the individual at the center of that, and providing that control back to the individual. It's kind of on the beginnings of a lot of what we've all experienced and seen in terms of exploitation, data harvesting, various other things. Through that, they decided that the best way to accomplish this was starting with a cryptocurrency wallet, which would then serve as a dashboard for a new form of identity, personal information management, and a dashboard to interact with all the emerging services of this Web3 ecosystem that was just starting to blossom. Ended up ICOing in July 2017. And this picture actually followed about 2 weeks later, was the first in-person meeting for, I believe, all of the members and in Poprad, Slovakia. So this was an exciting moment, and it really kind of demonstrates that we've really been grassroots from day one, community driven from day one, and community built. I specifically got involved with the project in around October 2017, maybe a little earlier, through a wallet design competition. This was a competition held by the existing Pillar team around reaching out to the community and asking for them to all submit ideas on what a wallet could look like, specifically a wallet that was meant to manage identity, personal information, and serve as more than just an asset management tool or a financial services tool. And this is a picture actually of a design-a-thon that occurred in New York by all the participants and winners of that design competition. Myself and another individual who I worked with on the project ended up actually winning. Sitting next to me is Dimitri, who's actually still our head of design and working with us. And this was a really fun moment in terms of just the beginnings of what could this thing be. And I believe, yeah, October 2017. Going back to the ICO and where we came from, there were just shy of 9,000 crowd sale participants. There's no VC backing, no large whale investors into that sale. As far as we understand, it was one of the most distributed crowd sales at that time, and one of the lowest average contributions at that time as well, with an average of about 2.25 ETH each. Across that 9,000 or just shy of 9,000 individuals. As I touched on, the why and the vision that kind of brought us here comes from, again, placing the individual at the center of the ecosystem, this Web3 potential, where right now, or currently and in the past, you have accounts across a variety of platforms. With that, you have data, information, financial, personal, in each of one of those siloed, and there's no way to either maintain, bring those together, and it's really frustrating, both from a control and an opportunity and a market standpoint as well. So, this was the original vision that served as the catalyst for a lot of our work and still drives us forward today, and something a goal we're pushing hard towards still. Where we're at currently, we recently relaunched our wallet offering based around a focus on smart contract-based accounts, smart contract wallet. And this is a design pattern that many people have recognized offers the best benefits from a usability and a security standpoint in the space. We started in the typical externally owned accounts, key-based wallet format, quickly made this migration and recognized the change in this direction, and that this design pattern was not only beneficial and useful, but becoming kind of an ecosystem standard, and wanting to stay in line with that. We pushed hard and saw this as like the next step. We have also recently updated this with a huge change to the UI, the user experience, based on feedback from a beta testing program where we've been slowly teasing and showing aspects of this functionality in a closed environment. And with this, we've also introduced a number of novel features, including our offers engine, which is an aggregated kind of services engine for decentralized services, protocols, and DEXs. So users can put in what they're looking for and get the best offer based on that criteria. Recently rolled out meta transaction support for Pillar tokens, so you can use the token for all the fees. ENS support, subdomains through pillar.eth for all our users, and a strong focus on Wallet Connect being a driver for discovery and connection to the many emerging dApps that are coming as well. Another very novel and one of the first in terms of a wallet that we rolled out was the Pillar Payment Network. This is our layer 2 solution, payment channel based on the Pillar token, and also synthetic asset exchange sitting on top. It was, as far as we understand, one of the first implementations of rainbow channels, in that by staking ETH or Pillar, I should say, to open channel, you were able to actually exchange any other token or asset supported by our wallet with other individuals in the network, all by pulling against your Pillar stake. So this is something that was very exciting for us, continues to be iterated on, and we see a lot of potential moving forward, especially as our ecosystem of users starts to grow, because Layer 2 obviously offers the benefits of instantaneous transactions, no gas, and the other aspects, especially when we're facing high gas fees and various other like network congestion issues. And yeah, our goal is also, we've been lumped into this wallet category, rightfully so. It's been a lot of our focus, but we, again, intend to be more of a dashboard of services, including DeFi, a number of partnerships that have been, are in process, being developed, have been executed. We're also very focused on the personal data storage and management piece and component through Textile and collaboration with Ocean Protocol teams. We're also very DAO focused. We believe that DAOs are going to eat the world. There's huge potential in the governance opportunities, in very micro levels, community level, as well as sitting at that protocol level that we mostly know it as from a DAO perspective currently. Look at my notes real quick. Other aspects and things we're really excited about. We're one of the only wallets that has live support in wallet. Allow our users to at any time reach out to our live chat support, ask questions if they get stuck. Really strong focus on usability generally, and support for a non-crypto native audience. With this also, transparency has always kind of been at the core of the project. We are an open source Swiss foundation governed by a board of directors that interacts in coordination with Pillar AG, which is a London-based operational group, which is in turn also managed by a product council consisting of a variety of members from the Pillar organization. We also have done constant disclosure of both product development goals, progress, as well as financial standing, how assets and token sale funds have been used. And that happens in a semi-annual general meeting format. And then recently, we also joined the Masari Disclosure Registry and are here today talking with you all. So yeah, thinking about all these ideas and this ethos that has really driven us as a project, transparency, this huge vision of being able to bring Web3 to individuals and communities in a sovereign way, can focus on community and grassroots, both from volunteers and exposing this to as many different demographics and geographies as possible, focus on remaining open source. We've decided the next step and the obvious evolution is to open up governance as well. So with that, Pillar is becoming the first community-owned and community-run cryptocurrency wallet, as far as we understand, maybe others out there. And we are introducing this in the form of Pillar Balboa. That's the name for this shift in tokenomics. In the spirit of the famous Rocky character, for those unfamiliar, this program highlights our ongoing commitment to the community and the kind of shifting landscape and market, and allowing us to hopefully become the people's choice when it comes to wallets and the opportunities available to manage assets and services for individuals. The Pillar token obviously was the means by which we were able to fund, build, and drive this thing forward, all within the community interest in mind, is now going to act as a governance token and will enable our token holders and our community to direct the future of the product, both feature development, marketing, and various efforts. All power to the community. We're making this transition because we feel like it's the best way to continue our mission, to stay in line with our ethos. And we think that the time is right to introduce this type of thing from a technology and a state of tech standpoint in terms of where we're at as an ecosystem and as an industry. Some baseline ideas that we have introduced in our recently released blog post: Pillar token holders will manage fees that are earned directly by the Pillar wallet. We are going to be adjusting future token distributions in order to mitigate any dilution and fears of dilution. This is a big deal. And we're looking to also introduce a burn mechanism with possibly with the fees, some allocation to directly into this governance format for the users, some to burn, to be decided by the members themselves, the community themselves. This will further reduce token supply and likely increase value of the token as well. In the spirit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take, keep moving forward. We've admittedly been through ups and downs as a project, dealt with managerial issues, operational challenges, but we're really proud about where we are, very proud about the user experience of the product, in considering the technical complexity involved in a lot of these things, the user experience challenges that we all recognize and need to address as an industry. And we're excited to be able to give this power to our users in order to govern the next steps. We've slowly been kind of introducing this stuff through a feature suggestion format within the wallet, allows users to suggest things and vote on others. This is actually going to become on-chain actionable. And so it's, again, kind of this natural evolution of things up until this point. At the same time, we have some strong opinions on what we believe the best first steps and the best path forward for this is. We're going to be sharing that in Discord. We recently have made the decision to migrate our community, which is primarily Telegram based, over to Discord. And we really want to hear from everybody. We want this move to this tokenomics change and this move to community governance to be informed by and driven by the community itself. We don't want to be dictating what this should be, but rather, a collective of opinions and ideas that come to head in the final details of what this is going to be and the format it's going to take. So if you're so inclined, we'd love to have you join us on our Discord. This is a QR code to the link. You can also check out the project and some of our history, our where we've come, our progress, and the wallet itself from the website here. And yeah, that is basically Pillar in a nutshell and where we've been and where we're looking to go. So excited to share that with you guys today.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for sharing that. That was an awesome presentation.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it seems like a natural fit if you think DAOs are going to eat the world, that you kind of DAOify yourself.
Yeah, I'm one of the, speaking personally, I'm one of the original members of Metacartel. I've been very deep in the DAO space for some time. DAOs, obviously the DAO, we've come a long way from there. DAOs have primarily been applied operationally at a protocol level, obviously makes sense, but I think these ideas of starting to apply them at more of a product level and raising them up even at a community level is really exciting. And I think there's a lot of potential there. And we're, having not been a VC backed or large enterprise or organization funded project, we see this again as not just a natural evolution, but an exciting exploration for our community and for us. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So having been involved in Metacartel, how much did have previous DAO experiments like Metacartel or Malik or even some of the others going on in other DeFi protocols kind of informed how you decided to structure the Pillar governance?
The biggest learning I think that I've had is the technology can only do so much. Just because you wrap a DAO around things, the challenge is still fundamentally human coordination. And so it's equally important that we, honestly, this move to Discord was very methodical because it allows us to have a structured and organized format for conversation. There's been a lot of growth and development around like no code bots that are able to integrate directly into chat programs, meaning you can kind of take the governance conversation, even soft voting or signaling, right into chat. So having to spit someone out to a complex governance platform or putting everything for a vote on chain, like a lot of times the point at which something hits or is proposed is a vote. Usually the community has kind of formed their opinion and the arguments have been made versus let's put something up to vote, then talk about it and vote on it. So it's kind of just understanding how to conduct the social aspects of this in a way that enables efficiency, because decentralizing things can actually slow things down. They can create inefficiencies and challenges. And so the goal is to provide as much of the benefit as possible but also mitigate those potential and known challenges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we have a handful of questions on the L2 payment side. So what kind of led you to initially build the L2 payment network on top of Pillar?
We saw it as a great benefit to our ecosystem, our users. I see someone's asking what framework. It's a state channel, traditional state channel implementation. The ability for users to, again, stake their Pillar, open channels, and be able to send, first Pillar back and forth. And we're like, that's nice. But why? I remember during this exploration, I ended up reading the white paper on Rainbow channels, Rainbow Network. And we jumped on the bandwagon of seeing if we could, and ending up executing against a synthetic asset exchange that sits on top, which allows users to actually send an asset that they don't even own directly in their wallet. By moving Pillar, the value transfer happens in that interaction. And so I could send that to you without actually owning that first by pulling against the value in my Pillar tank, essentially.
Yeah, interesting. So do you view your competitive landscape as other crypto wallets, maybe like a Zerion or Instadap, or other L2 scaling solutions?
No, yeah, I'd say we fall more in the wallet category, dashboard category. Yeah, we see probably more like the Argent or similar as kind of like the competitor. We're less hyper focused on the financial fintech, financial services piece. We really want to get into the foundation of kind of what got us here, which was, again, identity, personal data management. And a lot of that, the reason for the delay in even that exploration has been driven by state of tech, as well as use case. There's been a number of solutions, great solutions that have come out for personal data management, identity, self-sovereign identity management. But being able to do that, and then the reason for doing it are kind of two different things. Like, we have a saying around our office, like, it's, people, they don't want a driver's license for the sake of it. Like, they want a driver's license because they can drive a car. So, by being able to manage your own data and have self-sovereign identity solutions, if there's no services to integrate into that, or to, for you to benefit from that control, it kind of is like a solution without a problem to some extent. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Looks like we are running short on time. So thank you so much for joining us here. You mentioned the Discord is a good way for people to keep up.
Yeah, definitely.
And like I say, feel free to drop that link in there if anyone missed that. But thank you so much.
Will do. Of course. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Have a good one.
Cheers.